I've actually been running down this alleyway every single morning, and you may not be able to see it perfectly, but directly behind me is the Nobel Museum. And it's where they give out the Nobel Prize every year here in Stockholm. And when people hear the name Alfred Nobel, right, they usually think of the Peace Prize. I mean, that's kind of how you associate his name. But that wasn't true when Alfred was alive. And in fact, he was more well known during his lifetime for his main invention, which was dynamite. Dynamite was used for war and battle and destruction. And because of that, when Alfred's brother died in France in 1888, the French newspaper headlines were "Merchant of Death is dead." And Alfred saw that and thought, that's how I'm going to be remembered. That's going to be my legacy. I'm the Merchant of Death. And that's what compelled him to start these prizes that would use all of his wealth and give it to those that are advancing humanity and bringing peace to the world. And as I was thinking about that, I thought, as Christians, what legacy do we leave? One of the things I love about the Bible is that so many times when God identifies himself, he says, I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Why did he say that? Of course, you're the God of all three, but he was speaking in generations, that the legacy of Abraham continued on through those generations. And that's why today we as believers say we are the children of Abraham. We walk in that legacy, but we have a responsibility as well as a blessing in the legacy of Abraham. Our responsibility is to continue teaching our children and leaving behind a legacy of the gospel for our children's children. I love it in Psalms chapter 78 when it says in verse 4 that I will not hold these truths from others. I will tell all of the generations of the glory and the might of the Lord. I believe that every day is an opportunity to leave a legacy, not just for our children, but for our children's children, so that they can see the goodness of the Lord in the testimony of our lives.